my channel. I'm a little bit early, but I've been having some technical difficulties. But I'm going back to using the phone. I have a new system set up, and unfortunately, I clicked on something I shouldn't have. Nevertheless, happy Sunday. I just wanted to see you all before I started, but I'm going to flip it over now and put it down to the desk. So bear with me while I flip the camera. Okay, so as you can see, I'm very not set up, but we will be shortly. So just let me get the phone in and set up our size. Lovely. Okay, so we have a couple. We have Jeanette and we have Cara. You'll have to bear with me, guys, because I was all set up and everything has gone awry. And yeah, I'm really disappointed because I had everything organized and I went to do a screen change, a screen size change, and yeah, I clicked on something I shouldn't have clicked on and I just ruined the scale. So I don't even have my laptop set up because I was keeping it to the wire to having everything ready. So just bear with me another minute. There is Katerina. Yeah, so hi ladies, bear with me. I just need to get the old laptop set up so I can see the comments because I'd like to be able to see the comments that are coming in. I had really hoped that I would have run with this new OBS system, and you know, I would have. Hubby was outside, he's trying to take a tree stump down, would you believe it? And because he's doing that, I tried to do it on my own. And you know what happens when you do stuff on your own? It never goes to plan. And yeah, my daughter, who is generally my tech advisor, she is MIA at the moment. Now, she does have two small kids, so that's not her fault, that's mine. Anyway, I have the laptop set up. Yes, I can see myself there now. All right, I just want to make sure that everything, all right, yes, okay. All right, I'm a little off center to where I should be, but I'm not going to go moving anything. Okay, I can see, I can see the comments and everything there. I'm just going to turn on the own mouse so I can flick up. Hi, Benita. Okay, there's Anne. Hi, Anne. Hi, Cara. Hi, Benita. Hi, Jeanette. Hi, Katerina. I think that's everyone that I can see. No, hang on. Yes, that's everyone. Okay, right. I'm not even great. I've no mouse pad here, so my mouse is clicking away where it, oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. Right, let's start. So today's video, well, I was going to record it and I wanted to record it because I made a really cool card with my friend Benita, who is from Under a Pile of Papers. You can see her there in the chat. And I made this lovely card on a live with her. And I thought I'm going to share how I made this card using the products which I have here. I'm distracted, guys. I'm trying to read comments. This is why I don't go live. Anyway, okay. So I wanted to share this beautiful card that I made with my friend Benita on her channel called Under a Pile of Papers, if you're new here. And this is the one that I was prepping to share with you all. But I thought, you know what, if I'm going to make another one, why don't I do it a little bit different? So this is the card I've made on Benita's channel. This is the one I was going to share with you, but I've decided I'm going to do it, instead of going with the acetate, I'm going to go with a gold cardstock. And the cardstock I have, it's double-sided cardstock. So I've got the gold on both sides, and I love it. I just think this is going to be great as a card base. So that's my plan of action. Now, you can see here, I have a plethora of products that I'm going to be using. So I'm using today it's the double arrows. Now you get 2 dies in this set. This is an older set, and I would say it's not available to buy anymore. But I'm using what I have in my stash. But there is a Facebook group called, now Benita, type this in if I get it wrong, because I always get it wrong. It's MTS, Made to Surprise Addicts Anonymous or something. And people who have bought products from Made to Surprise generally sell them there. So you might be able to get this on that Facebook group. And after the live, I'll go into the description and I'll add all the links and everything that I can find. It's because I've had to go live using my phone and not my new OBS system that I had all set out. MTS Addicts Anonymous, thank you, Benita. Because I've had to use that, all the information that I had in the description and everything is lost. So way, hey, whatever. There's also another 2 that came out. There was the circles and tall arrows and the curves and squares. They were, so it was a 3 in, you know, the set that came, and I just happened to use that one. Okay, I'm also going to use this. It's the sports net. And when you die cut this out, it gives you a really cool net. I was a bit heavy-handed and broke mine, so I had to redo it again. You can see the net here. But what I do is I use it for ink blending, so hence the reason there's some color on that. I'm also using the Bouquet Builder die set. What I like to do with these sets is I make up a whole load of them. You can see them there. This is what's left. I'd be sitting here another day just crafting for fun, and I'll make up another load of these, but that's what I'm using for that. I'm also using the All the Sentiments stamp set, and I'm using it for the Celebrate, I think it is. And again, I do the same with that again. I die cut them out in all different colored cardstocks, whether they're white, gold, blue, orange. And I've used predominantly the colors that I have in my stash. I'm using the little cardstock. I bought 40 odd packs of it last year, the year before, last year I think, when it came out. Now I did buy from a number of different littles, but that's my basic cardstock that I use if I'm using anything other than white. So that's what I do with my leftover bits, my offcuts. I use it for the die cutting. And then I'm using this fabulous set, Love is in the Air die set. And I'm using it for the dies for the bride and the groom. And I'm also going to use it for the sentiment, Love is in the Air. This is a beautiful set, lots of lovely dies, and then the matching stamps. And again, a lot of these products are out of stock. They're products that I have in my stash, hence the reason why I'm going to be using them. And just to show you what you can do, I'm a real Made to Surprise mixed up craft fan, and have been from when Sam was sharing her stuff in China. And so I'm a collector of Sam's products. So I'm just using them in my stash now. I figure if I have them in my stash, I might as well use them. So I hope it inspires some of you guys. So I'm going to start with this. This is my card base. This piece here, it measures, I think it's I had it all here. Do you know what? I'm totally befuddled. This is the type of thing now that puts you right off doing anything. This, I'll just get my ruler. Right, so very professional, aren't we? I hope you're all enjoying your Sunday afternoon. I'm only 5 minutes in, but I'm 8 minutes in and I'm sweating a brick, guys. Anyway, this piece measures 11.5 by 8, and I have scored it at 1/4 of an inch, 3 1/4, 8¼ and 11¼ and then as you can see here I've added some double-sided tape to the little 1/4" tabs either end. Now on top of that I am going to add all the different products that I showed you earlier. Do you know, I forgot to show you 2 things that I'm going to be using. I'm using these, I don't know, what would you call them, peaked or pointed arches. This was a set I bought from Amazon and it came with these arches and the rounded arches, and I think they were about a tenner, 10 euros. But they're Glow Blend products, and again I will in the description link to what I can if I can find them. But they're brilliant and they were so cheap, but they're brilliant. I'm really impressed with them. But you can use whatever shape you have in your stash. And I'm also going to use some of the Twinkles. These are Love from Lizzie peel-offs. They give a lovely little twinkle. If I can share with you on here, you can see I've this one is dotted with the twinkles, and I think it really does. It just adds a little wow, I think, to it. So you can use your glossy accents or Nouveau drops or anything like that as well. Okay, so let me see. Right, what else do I need? I need 2 of my panels that I have die cut out. Now these measure 3 inches by 8 inches. I placed my die on top and I kind of centered it as best I could and ran it through. I used my Scout to do this. Do you know what? I'm just going to pop on a light because I think it could be a little bit brighter in here. Do you think it could? I mean, it's a sunny day outside, but the forecast is for rain in Ireland all next week. Maybe that's a little brighter and better. Yeah. So I have my 2 panels cut out. I used my Scout. You'd need a bigger die cutting machine if you were going to die cut the panels into your cardstock, but I like adding the panels this way. I think it's a little bit easier to use it doing it this way. So I'm going to flip those and show you how you then put those together. My arches, I have 2 arches die cut out. One of them, which is going to be the front panel, has got foam on it. I also used that second netting piece that I damaged, and I just set it over and did some ink blending with some ink. And I think the blue I used was Salty Ocean, but any kind of ink color. I just wanted to pull out the color that I'm using on my flowers. Now for my acetate card, I did take another panel so it could sandwich between the acetate, and you can see that here. It hid all the goings on with my foam pads, but I don't need that for this card. But I did think it would be nice to have the matching panel on the back, and it would give me a focused area of where I want to write my sentiment, stamp a message, you know. I just think it'd be nice that way. Now I could have done a full panel which would have been 4 3/4 by 7 3/4 in white, but I liked the idea of having this on one side and then having this on the other. I thought it would be nice, you know, just for visuals. What else? Okay, so I've die cut out, as I said, my Let's Celebrate. I've done that in the gold and then white. I think it'll pop off my white arch. I've also got a piece of acetate that I'm going to use, like what I did on my acetate card. I like the idea of these looking like they're floating. So I'm going to do that with my gold card. I'm going to have them floating on there as well. So this piece measures 5.5 inches long because our center panel is 5 inches. So the bridge needs to be 5 inches and whatever you're going to stick it down either side. So for me, I'm just giving it a 1/4 inch. You could give it a 1/2 inch if you wanted. So my piece measures 5.5, and this is I think this is 2 inches. The other ones I used on my acetate cards were 1.5, but I've gone 2 inches on this one. And I've die cut out my little bride and groom. I've put foam on the back of those. And what else did I want to show you? My flowers. I've used a really cool paper pad. It's the Crafters, is a Crafter's Companion. Links are in the description. But I loved the pattern paper, and I think that they make really cool flowers, because on these ones I took yellow and green cardstock, and then I used inks to ink blend on them. And I think I went through that on the live that I did with Benita. So yeah, rather than ink blending, you can just take a really cool pattern paper and you can use that. And that's what I've done here. So I've got them in the pattern paper. I've die cut out some of the leaves and stuff in white. And then I've got the center parts for the flowers in gold. And I've got them all there ready to go. So now that is all the hard stuff out of the way. The rest of it is just crafting for fun now. That's what this was supposed to be. Sunday afternoon, sitting down with some products, crafting away, reading the comments, and sure, look, it's all gone, as we like to say here, tits up. But I'm not gonna sweat the small stuff. Okay, so we've got our 5-inch wide panel here in the middle. I want to fold over these two on the score lines here. So I'm going to make a valley fold with those, and I'm just going to burnish that with my scoring tool. And then this little 1/4 inch tab is going to fold out the other way. So that'll make that one it'll make that one sit out like that. So I'm going to do the same with this and do the valley. And then I shall pop out this side here and give that a little score as well. So we basically have our bridge fold card there. All we need to do is add our panels onto the front like so. And I think that's going to look really cool. So you can see here we have one of our little pieces has dropped out. Well, they've dropped out of both, but I have one here and one is in the lid over there, and we will be using them, so don't throw them away or get rid of them. If you look along the creative cuts here, and I hope I can bring it up so you can see it, there is a score line. So we have one that dropped out, then we have a score line. Each of these score lines here, we're going to fold on them, and what I've done is, what I like to do is just fold them down. Now you could fold this one down and glue it, pop a little bit of glue behind, and just keep folding. So you wouldn't fold this one, you would fold this one up here, and you can sit them all on top and add a little bit of glue on them. But what I've been doing is sitting them behind, and then you don't need any glue. So we're going to move up to the next one and fold that over, and again I'm going to sit that behind. And I'm going to do that the whole way up along. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them all out first. It'll make it easier. And then pop them all in behind. Let's have a look at the comments while I'm doing that. Gothic arches, Anne. You're right. That sounds so much better than pointed arches, doesn't it? Gothic arches. Thank you very much. I'm a bit flustered, so the word wouldn't come to me. Jeanette says, I don't think I have any arches. Jeanette, you don't have any arches. They're so handy when it comes to a wedding or an engagement or just a really cool shape. Oh, Jeanette has ordered the Lilac Scout. Yeah, Benita has the black one. And funny enough, because I have the white Big Shot and Big Shot Plus, I went with the white Scout. But the lilac one is lovely. Benita said Rita loved her card and the bottle bag that I made with the creative cuts. Oh, I'm delighted she did. Well, sure, why wouldn't she? It was a beautiful card. Came out really lovely. Okay, so this bit is a little bit fiddly. Now, I'm not going to lie, but it does look great when it's done. And I could have done this before I started on one of them, but I thought, well, I'm here for a bit of a craft and a chat. So, do you know, I can chat while I'm doing this part. So let's see. Craft Consortium, that's it. Benita, I was struggling. I couldn't remember. The papers I've used are Craft Consortium. I know they're here somewhere on the desk. I just don't want to go rooting for them right now. But I'll at the end, I go through the products I've used again, and I'm sure they'll float up somewhere. And when as you're adding these down, then you can just add a little bit of pressure on them to flatten them out. This is coming along lovely. There's Alicia32. Hello, daughter. She didn't see my message. She was hanging up the washing. Well, look, you know, you're just living your best life. I was here panicking. But sure, the next live. And I plan to do lots more of them. So the next one. I mean, the thing about using the system that I wanted to use, the OBS, is I can select to have an intro come up and an outro at the end. It's very professional looking, and I wanted it really so that I could go live with Benita and have the full width of the YouTube screen where we have half each. So we would be horizontal rather than in profile. And that is the main reason I got it. And yeah, so I'm looking forward to going live with Benita soon and using it. But I just thought I would kind of have a go with it myself. And that way I'd be able to. Now let me just see, which way are we doing this? Are we doing that this way? I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna stick that up there. Okay. So my thing was I was going to kind of give it a trial run today. And unfortunately, I didn't have any of my tech gurus to hand. Messed it up. But you know what? I don't claim to be techie minded. So, you know, it is what it is. Right, let's see. So this one needs to go under there like that and then stick down there like that. Perfect. That'll do nicely. And then I'm going to add a little bit of glue just under, hopefully I'll get it under the middle, just along there at the bottom. And I think that's mostly it there. Yes, that one. Yeah, doesn't that go like that? Something like that. No, it goes underneath. Yes. Okay, so that's one done. And I'll just burnish those sides again. So what are ye ladies doing other than watching me? What are ye all doing with your Sunday afternoons? Christine is here as well. Hi, Christine. Hi, Simone. Just remember, just sat down after vacuuming, so a little bit knackered. Yeah. Well, if you're vacuuming the whole house, you can tend to be knackered from it, can't you? And I used to have a really heavy Hoover. That's what we call him here in Ireland, a vacuum, a Hoover. And it was so heavy. My God, I used to be wrecked. And I got one of those Dyson ones. And it's good, but I have to say it's not my favorite, especially for the cost. Like, if people said to me, would you recommend? No, I wouldn't. It's good Hoover, but it's not the best one I've had. I've had one, like a Henry. It's not a Henry. It's like what they use in businesses, you know, and it was a blue color. And my gosh, that vacuum, that Hoover was the best Hoover I ever had. It's out in the shed at the moment. Hubby uses it, or I should say the garage. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing again. Now, the last time I did this, I messed it up. I didn't do them the same way. You might notice it here on this one. This piece is different here. I didn't finish it the same, and I didn't notice until after I had them attached. But the person this is going to is a crafter, and I think she is just going to love it because, you know, she's that kind of person. So I'm not sweating the small stuff. Yeah, so I need to be careful and make sure I do the exact same for this one as I did for this panel. And I think I messed it up somewhere along here. I did, you know, because look, that one should be set under these. And then this one should be set under there. There we go. I think that's right. I think that one should be on there on top like that. Yes, I think that's better now. Yeah, it's very easy to, you know, you have to watch what you're doing. Okay, says she. I'm forgetting where she's at. Right, I'm bringing that under. And that, I'm sure there's an easier way to do this, and I'm just doing it harder than it needs to be, but that's how I've done it on one side now. I have to say, these creative cuts are not my favorite. There are a couple of sets that I've got that wouldn't be favorites of mine. These are, Benita loves them. And so my challenge was last Wednesday to use these because Benita wanted to, and we were going live on her channel, so we were doing what she wanted to do. And I had no problem with that. But yeah, I was very aggrieved that I had to use them, but I thought, well, look, turned out they made a beautiful card, and I was very pleased with it. So yeah. And we have a family member that is after getting engaged, so I'm figuring there's probably going to be a wedding coming up soon, so at least I'll have the wedding card done, you know. Yeah, so here we are. Let's have another read of some of the comments. Benita says, because we are, oh, we're sharing the little screen as Simone is using herself now. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to going live with Benita using that other system and going live with other YouTubers, other YouTube crafters. I think it'd be lovely to do it with other YouTube crafters as well, you know, because I love crafting with a friend on YouTube. It's so much fun because you have another person on with you. I think the banter is brilliant. And then between the two of you, you're both watching the screen, so you're seeing the comments, you know, and yeah, it's great fun. And hubby is out at the moment in the back garden removing a stump, a massive stump. We took down a big tree because we're moving a shed to the back of the workshop garage. So yeah, hubby needed to move a tree, and I didn't think he'd manage it on his own. Now, he did have some help with Alicia's hubby Jens when they were over visiting from the Netherlands. I think he was overseeing that Michael didn't do himself any damage. There we go now. Lovely. So yeah, he's out there trying to get the stump, and the stump is a beast. So really, I should have said to Mike, come in here, will you, and make sure I set everything up right. But I was very braggy and thought I'd manage all by myself. And yeah, I didn't. So there you go. Now we've got our two lovely panels, and I'm going to add them on here next. I've got my double-sided tape ready to go, and I'm going to add a little bit of liquid glue to this as well. And I just find when you use a double-sided tape, now the red liner tapes are brilliant because they're a very strong adhesive, but most adhesives all work under pressure. So you need to add a bit of pressure when you're using your tape. So if you're putting something down on your tape, really press hard. But I find when you add a little bit of liquid glue, and it doesn't take much, just a little, it helps the cardstock. So it'll help this cardstock bond better to the double-sided tape. That's just my opinion, because I'd hate to give someone a card and the thing fall apart. So I'm just bringing it up to the score line. I want to make sure that the bottom, doesn't matter if the top is a little bit over, you can always trim that down. But the bottom, as long as the bottom one is all the same length, all the same heights, you're perfect. So that's one done. I'm going to do the other side now. So I'll use my pokey tool to get this one off, because I couldn't be faffing with trying to pick it with my nails, and I had beautiful nails. I was doing a lot of gardening before we had our Dutch family visit. I broke so many nails and split so many nails. The joys of gardening, but I did enjoy it. So I'm going to make sure this is pointing the same direction as this one, and then I'm going to add this one down here. And again, I'm going to make sure that the bottom is lining up and that it's just sitting off my score line, because I want this to be able to bend. So pressure, that is why you take your bone folder or your scoring tool, whatever you want to call it, and you add a bit of pressure on there, and that'll ensure that the adhesive takes. Now, I did the same thing that I did when I made this card with Benita. I have a bridge fold piece, and instead of adding it under my two panels, I had to join it on the side, and I've done the same thing again. Oh, nuts. Do you know what? If I was doing this and editing the video, what I would do is I would just edit that bit out. So yeah, I don't get to do that here. But I think what I'll do is I'll cut two white strips and add them there, and it'll hide it. That's what I did with the gold strips. It hides where I joined on at my bridge fold. So I'm not too sad. I'm not too upset by it. Now with acetate, you do need to use a double-sided tape. And the reason for that is because acetate is a shiny surface, and it is a minx. I think when you use glue, you can't be guaranteed that it's going to stay in place. So I'm going to pop this down here, just shy of my score line. And I'll add a bit of pressure to that. And you can see here I've got some double-sided tape on the other side. So when I put my little strip in there, that'll work. And then I'm going to fold this up and over. And I have my release paper off this side. So I'll fold this under. And because I have this all folded down, it should sit nice and straight down there. It should do. And if it doesn't, I'm not going to sweat the small stuff, because it's a handmade card. And that's the thing about a handmade card. They're not perfect, but they're made with love. And they're made, you know, you give up your time and everything. So there we go. We have our bridge piece in there. Delighted with that. And I'll cut two little strips now in a little while. Isn't that lovely? I mean, it's a pretty basic bridge fold, you know, but I think it gives you great bang for your book. Now this is going to fold flat like that and go in an envelope. And because this measures 11 by 8, I'm going to use an A4 envelope like what you'd use for letters. It's going to fit in that. Now you could make an envelope yourself if you want. There's lots of ways you can do that on YouTube. Give you the internet will give you your method and your numbers, but I think an A4 envelope will work just as good. So that's the plan. Now I've got my little piece here. Oh, I can hear hubby. He's in from outside. He must have conquered the stump, or he must have done as much as he's planning on doing today. I think it needs a bloody great tractor to pull it out or a crane, but he'll do it. We managed. We took out 3 trees while look, now this is why I like to use a little bit of liquid adhesive. That didn't stick, but you know what, it'll make it all the easier for doing this part. I'm going to sit that in there, and I've just put a little bit of glue on this because this is going to be sandwiched between the foams on the back of my my lovely Gothic arches. Okay, we'll pop that over like that, and we'll sit this one down, and we'll add a bit of pressure behind there, and hopefully that'll work better. Now I'm going to add the flowers to this. So no, it's not sticking at all. Is that just live crafting? Ugh. I am going to add a little pressure. I've got these dinky little pegs, so I'm going to pop them on there and just give that a minute. I'm not going to sweat it at all. Now we've got our 2 panels, so what I'll do is, while that is adhering there, I'm thinking I'm going to use some heavy duty, which I have up here. Excuse the camera moving. I have a beam up there, and I hang all my double-sided tapes off it. I'm going to add some stronger double-sided tape to this. Let's have a look at the chat. I'm missing a little bit of the chat there. Benita was at a crafty event at the weekend, weren't you, Benita? Benita is in Sweden, for those of you who are unfamiliar with our friend Under a Pile of Papers. And she was at a Swedish event. She had hoped to go live over there, but the internet situation wasn't great, was it, Benita? So it kind of made it hard for you to go live there, but you got to see our crafty friend Rita while you were there, and I think you enjoyed it. You said to me you had a lovely time. So yeah, I don't know if there's very many crafty events anymore. There used to be loads of them, and then COVID hit and everything went a bit bonkers. And so there's very little. And I think some of you ladies in the UK, I know there's some good craft shows over in the US, but the UK used to have great shows, but I think they went a little downhill. There wasn't as much craft products and things. Right. Stick this. Now I'm not putting a sentiment on the back of this. I've lots of wedding sentiments that I could put on it, but I figure I'm just going to have it for my message so I can write. Now I want to make sure that I'm popping this in the same place, so I'm going to measure how far up I'm coming. I think I'll come up to 2 inches. Is that too much? It is. Let's see, 1.5 inches if I bring it down there. Yeah. Okay, so about there. And let's see, are we centered? I think so. So now I'll know to come up 1.5 inches on the other side. And I'll add a bit of pressure from this side. Hopefully my little pegs have worked here now. And we can pop that over. If not, I will definitely use a different tape than that one. seems to have worked. Okay. There we go. So I'm going to add this panel, and I know now I need to come up 1.5 inches on this one. So I'm just going to make a little mark there so I'll know how far up I need to come. And I'll use a little pencil, and that will give me a good idea. So I need to, and I can take off my foams now from this, which will take a minute. Oh, Alicia, thank you so much. Don't forget, guys, there is a thumbs up down at the bottom there under your picture, and you should be able to see it even if you're on a TV. You can click your select button. The only thing you won't be able to do is leave a comment, but you would be able to leave a like. It helps with the YouTube algorithm when you comment on a video or give a thumbs up for a video. A lot of people watch my videos and they aren't subscribed, so there'll be some people here who will come to watch this later, and it'll come in their YouTube with up next, and you can choose. So if you've watched my videos once or twice before, the algorithm will see that you like it, so it'll automatically prompt you. But you might find that you're not subscribed. So if you could have a look and see if you have dinged the little bell so you're subscribed to my channel, it costs nothing. I'd really appreciate that. Like I said, it will help with the YouTube algorithm. It just puts my videos out to be seen by more people. But for me, this is a hobby. I don't do it as part of a business or an income. I do it because I'm lucky enough to be able to enjoy crafting. So, but I mean, it all helps, you know. Okay, so I've got my little pencil mark there, and I need to come down just a little bit from that, and I need to come just a little bit over, try and get it central, something like that. I think that'll be grand. Anyone who's measuring that now, I'll be laughing at them. So yeah, lovely. Now the fun part, the embellishing. I love this part. I love getting carried away with adding embellishing and, you know, all those things. I just think this is the fun part for me. This is what I truly enjoy doing. So I'm going to take my little bride and groom, and you'll see on my card, I've nothing on here to say wedding day. But I think when you look at a bride and groom, it's pretty obvious of what it is. Now, I love these because you could put 2 grooms here. And if you die cut them out, you can just reverse them over. And you'll see the edge on one side is rounded and it's not on the other. Just take your bone folder and go around the edges, you know, put it down on the desk, go around the edges, and it flattens it out and it'll look just as good. So you can have 2 guys, 2 girls, whatever in this modern day that you like. So I think I'll put those there. And I think using the netting with the ink blending on the back, it makes it look as if it's like a stained glass window. So you could do that ink blending with different colors, you know, with a little ink blender, and it would look like a colorful stained glass window on the back. Let's see, I've also got my Celebrate that I want to pop on here. And I've also got some of the leaves or leaves that I want to put on there. And I thought I would kind of have them so that they sit like that, and tuck this one underneath, maybe like that, and then the Celebrate would kind of sit across the top like that. What do we think? Is it a bit much? Are we liking the leaves on there? What do you think, guys? Simone Katerina wondered where you get the foam pad from. So the foam that I've used on the back of my bride and groom and my center panel, my Gothic arch, they're left over from my mass buy when Craft World were closing down. I've no white ones left, but I have lots of the black ones left, because how often do we use the black? But I figured I'm going to use them because I have them. Now, I also have this monster roll. I hope you can see it all in there. This is for using on your windows and doors. Do you know? It's double-sided, but I got it in it's like deals for people in Ireland, deals or Mr. Price. I suppose Target in America, Poundland in well, not, yeah, Poundland. It's a kind of a shop like that, but it's called Mr. Wispy's here in a town about 25 minutes from me, and it's a double-sided foam. And it was, I mean, that in 3M would be 30 euros, 40 euros. I think that cost me like 7 euros. I got two big rolls actually, and one of them got sent to Benita. Let's see. Crafts Stash. Wow, that is a big one. It is. Leaves are a good contrast, maybe beside the bride and groom also. I have for windows too, but not double-sided. Yeah, well, you could add a bit of glue on the other side. I just, when I'm in shops, I kind of have a look and see, is there anything there that I could use for in my crafting, and if it works, it works. Have we made a decision about the leaves? Do we like it? I think I had kind of envisioned it more, you know, like this. And then I thought, oh, I'll put this celebrate instead of birthday, like what I've done on this one. I have the happy birthday. So that's why I went with the celebrate. So do we like it with the leaves and the celebrate? Do we like it with just the leaves? And maybe I can pop the celebrate over there or something. Or do we like it without the leaves there? Just pop on the celebrate. I do kind of want to see that peak, because we've got a load of flowers and leaves going here. So are we going to go with leaves or without? So with or without? Benita likes it with the leaves. Bryant Forever likes it with the leaves. Again, Benita with the leaves. Christine likes both. Benita, both. Benita, you can't say both. Because that negates what you're saying. It's either you like the leaves on the top or you don't. So with or without. Katerina says, yes, leaves. Maybe one beneath the bride and groom. Let's have a look at that. So if we have one at the top there like that, with celebrate. And then if, now when I have three, because you know we're supposed to be doing it in odd numbers. Do we like, let's have a look. Oh, I don't know if I like it down there. No, I don't like it down there. I'm not going to go with the leaves. I'm making an executive decision. I can always tuck them in afterwards. I could always tuck them in from, yeah, no, I just don't think they work. Simone, move on. Right, okay, I'm going to glue these down. I'm making an executive decision. No leaves. I think once I have the flowers done in the center part of the bridge, I think what I'll do is have a look and see whether they need to go up there, or maybe I need to just add a little flower or something in. We can go from there. But I just think it's too much, and I'd like it to look clean. You know, I don't want it overstuffed kind of a thing. Again, I'm going to add a little bit of glue to my foam pads. And the only reason I do that is for a little bit of wiggle room. So I can move, if you have especially grippy foam pads, then doing that makes it really handy. I think I like that like that. Yeah. Okay, I'm going with it. Lovely. Right, we're committed now to that. I'm going to pop down my bride and groom. Let's see. Benita said, I can do whatever I want. I'm moderator. You can, Benita. Just remember, fair play when I'm moderating on your channel too. No, I'm joking. Do you know what? I love it. Absolutely love it. Okay, so we're going to pop her down there. And I'm going to add your man beside her. And yeah, I think that'll be lovely. I might not need this for a while. Well, maybe one of the relatives or family members will be like, oh, I need a wedding card. Do you have anything nice? I'll have this one there for them. But I am making it with the intention of in mind. But then the couple I'm thinking of only just got engaged. So I dare say they won't be getting married anytime soon. Okay. Let's add your man in there. Lovely. Oh, that really looks to me like a stained glass window. Love it. Okay, right, let's get on with our lovely flowers. So let's see. I'm using out of this one. This is my center one that I'm going to put there. And I have taken the middle parts out of, if I show you here with this one. That nail causes me such trouble. I can't pick anything up, it's so short. So these would have come out of in there. Now this is off a smaller one, but you'll, oh, that's a bigger one. Let me show you. So these would have come off in there, but I figure if I take them out, I'll be able to see through to the acetate below. And also I can then use these as another little piece to kind of fill in around. So I think I'm going to start with my leaves first. That's what I did with the card that I made with Benita. So I want to put this one here, and this will all fold down like so in the envelope. So you could have them on this part here like so, because it will all fold flat. Now you can have this one. I kind of want them going like that. I do want that one over there. Yeah, I think for kicks and giggles I shall add them on just a little like that. It kind of hides where that is there. I like that. Yes. Okay, so I'm using glue now, right? And you will see I'll be using a little bit of glue on the acetate, but I'm going to also use some foam, and the foam is also going to hold, because the foam is really sticky, it will hold down. So I don't mind using a little bit of glue, because I know that's going to hold it in place when the foams go down. So again, I think I'll do that one there, and I'm going to add some glue to those two leaves. And I know then that will be anchored by the paper there as well. And then we'll just overstuff on top of the acetate. And that will work to our benefit then there. So I'll just hold them for a minute, add a little pressure there. Lovely. And I might throw another green one here. I might throw that one down there so it'll, but I want to make sure that this is going to be able to stand. So it'll need to go something like that. Lovely. So now I can add a little bit of glue on this and on this one. And I'm going to stand it up so I can be sure Lovely. Once the flowers are on that, then that would be great. Okay, so let's have a look. I have that one, and I have this one. Actually, I might put that one in the middle, like that. That one there, and that one there. And then I can put this one here, and that'll hold them all up. Lovely. And just give a little bit of a curve to your petals, because although it'll go flat in the envelope, they will kind of curve up a little bit when they're taken out of the envelope. And it just adds a little bit of dimension to them. This one is a little bit smaller than that one, which is this one now. They're the two small ones, so I think I will pop those together. So let's see, I'm going to go with that one there. I want to see how that looks. Yeah, I can go up quite high with that. Lovely. And then I can pull those ones in. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to add a little bit of glue behind these. This is the creative part. I don't know, do any of you guys, is this what you guys enjoy doing as well? You know, normally I'm either sitting here on my own listening to a little bit of music on Spotify. Generally I'm crafting with Benita, because if we're in the craft room, we tend to craft together. So I'm going for 4 flowers, but I figure the middle one is 5, and that's my odd number, because we are encouraged to go odd numbers when we're doing things. So I'm going to put this darker one on this side with a little bit of glue. Maybe I'll pop that one like that. Lovely. And then this one, let's have a look. Leaves make it look like a floral arch. They do indeed. And I may come back to them and add a couple up at the top there. But I'm moving on to something else, because sometimes when you know, kind of move away and then come back, you're like, oh, that works really nicely. Ooh. Right, I'm going to take a little bit of foam. And again, this is the Craft Stash foam that I'm using. I'm going to stick that down there. And then I'll add a little bit of liquid glue on top there. And I'll add my flower to that. Now I can tuck things underneath, like our leaves, etc. Now let's see, I have some smaller leaves. I think I have loads of them here, look. Loads to choose from. I do like these pointed ones. Yeah. Now we could always go with our hot glue or our liquid glue. I'm going to stick with the liquid glue. I'm just tilting that up so I can pop it underneath. Let's see. Katerina made a huge engagement card lately. Was wondering how I'm going to top that for a wedding. Might steal this idea, Simone. Do you know what? It's the highest form of flattery when someone takes your idea and runs with it. So I'd be delighted to hear that you've done that, Katerina. I think that's lovely. Yeah, I do like the idea of a big card. I know for some people they don't like the bigger card size just because it's more money in the postage. But I think over here your postage goes by weight. So I kind of feel, it's not too much. And if it's a special occasion, sure, why would you mind when it's a special occasion, like an engagement or a wedding card, So now, what are we thinking so far? I do like that. Yeah. These are the center parts, these here, from the big leaves. And I think they give a lovely little bit of, I don't know, je ne sais quoi to it. I don't know if you can hear hubby singing. Can you hear hubby singing, Benita? He's always at Benita. Sing us an old song, Benita. That's what he's doing at the moment. I think he forgets that I'm live here on YouTube. Right, what else do I want to... let's have a look. I don't want to go with any... I might take some of these little pieces. I might throw another one of those in here. Let's see, I think these would be cool up here as well. They look like eyelashes. Have you ever seen some of those women on YouTube? These big eyelashes. That's what they make me think of. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I could do a little floral display up here. And I could pop the little eyelashes in as well. Like that. And then put a little... I might do that, guys. I think I'm inspired to do that. Yeah. While I think of it. I'm surprised we haven't had a visit by Mr. Ghost, our little doggo. Normally he's down here keeping an eye, but with hubby here at the moment, he's keeping hubby company. Speak of the devil, I think he's arriving down. Oh, he's just having a look to see where I'm at.
And what are you at?
I'm making a wedding card. What do you think?
Oh, not another one. Who's the lucky fella?
I don't know.
Is it me? Because you're going to marry someone else?
No. You're so bold.
You got people with you?
I do. I'm live. I've got Benita. Jeanette is here.
All right.
Who else is here? Christine. There's hubby throwing a hand in because he can.
So how's all the lovely ladies?
There you go. Did you see your little hand?
Oh, I did. My delicate little fingers.
Yeah. How's that tree stump coming along? Is it giving you grief?
You know me, I'm always working on my stump.
Off you go now.
Okay.
Off you go and make a cup of tea now.
I'll show you my stump later on.
You can. You're so bold. This is what Benita has to put up with when she's here crafting with me. Okay, let's have a look. Ooh, I've got a little goldy one. I might pop that up there like that. Yes, I like that. And I'll keep a few little bits back and I'll put them on the back of the card as well for where our sentiment is. Magic Mike. Benita, don't be giving away too many secrets now. He is indeed Magic Mike. Okay, I'm going to tuck this one under here. I think I have enough little floral pieces in there. I think I should have done some of the insides in white as well. I think would have been nice. I do like the idea of another little white leaf or two. I might actually tuck some of these underneath. Can you hear him singing, guys? I don't know if the video is picking that up. I'll be giving out to him after the live saying, for goodness sake. He's down there making me a cup of tea, so I can't complain until he comes back. Okay, how are we looking? I do like that. I think that's lovely. Yeah, I think we could nearly pop a couple of the leaves. Could we pop a couple of the leaves down here like this? Let's see. Let's have a look and see how they look. We could pop some there. We could even pop them lower down. What do we think? I keep going off the screen. That's the problem. Do you find that other YouTube creators, Katerina, Cara, Benita, do you find you end up going off screen? I do like that down there. I think I'm going to do that. I get so carried away in the crafting. I forget what I'm doing. Let's see, have I got? Yeah, I have. I'll throw that one down there. And I'll throw that one down there. And I'm flipping this one over because I'm not gone on these colors. Hubby is giving it large. So funny. Okay, and I've got another flower. So I can pop that flower on there. And I might use a bit of foam because I have a bit of foam here that I've cut off. And you know what? You will see that when you're kind of looking at the card. I think you'll see this. Actually, do you know what? I need to pop the foam up here. Oops. More delicately, Simone. There we go. I need to double foam because my bride and groom, they're up on foam. So I need to have a double foam on this. And now they will be the same height. Oh no, I need to go 3. Look, that's fine. I'm going to go with that. Lovely. Okay, and I'm going to add some of these little sprigs in under here, and I'm going to tuck them in under like that. So a little bit of liquid glue. I'll just give that a little curve. Tuck that under like that, and another one on the other side. Tuck that one under here. Just like that. Lovely. Well, that looks smashing now, because when you're looking at it, you can see the double layer of flowers there at the back. I do like that. And I do like the idea that the bride and groom are, I think it needed it there. Let's see, do we want to add another few? I tuck one of those in there. And another one on the other side. Everyone says they do. What was the question? Got a bit distracted, said Katerina. Do you know what? Got a bit distracted myself. Okay. Lovely. Oh, that's pretty. Pretty, pretty.
You talking about me?
No, I'm talking about my card.
You said pretty.
You're not pretty, darling. You're handsome.
People have told me I'm pretty ugly.
Oh. Look at that, bringing me down chocolate. Oh my God, you're such a bad influence.
There's a flake for you, flake.
From one flake to another.
Yeah.
Now.
Later.
So there we go. I've got a nice cup of tea, and I've got a choice of a flake or a Kit Kat from hubby, huh? Lovely. So now there is our card. I'm going to flip it over and add a little bit of decoration onto the back. I've got another flower here that I can add on. Mike.
What?
Benita was calling you Magic Mike there earlier on. I told her to stop.
She can't see me on camera, can she? I know I shouldn't have worn these butchie smugglers up here.
Oh, that's the creaky chair. Don't sit on that one. Whatever.
The creaky chair. Well,
yeah.
We know why that's creaky, don't we?
Yeah, my big ass on it.
Oh, okay. I was going to say something else, but anyway. Overuse.
There we go. And I think I shall pop a little one of those down in the middle. I know these are flower centers, but look, I'm using them as a bit of embellishment. And I might pop one of those. White on white, I think, can be very elegant. Hubby's here looking at me with a grin on his face. I'm sure he's going, oh, that looks awful.
I'm just being good. I'm making sure I don't say anything untoward which would get you in trouble with the ladies.
Or get you in trouble with the ladies, more like.
Ah, you know me. I've been in trouble with the ladies for years.
You're so bold.
That's what they say.
No.
You know, I should go online to this and I could get rude in the comments.
You're so, oh my goodness. Right, so we've a little bit of embellishment there on the back, and I have lots of room for my sentiment to write my message. So the last thing I want to do is add some twinkles to this. So I'm going to tidy up a little bit and get my mess out of the way for my finishing touches. So I was going to add any kind of glossy accents or anything like that. I will do that afterwards, because, you know, I don't want to do that while I'm live recording. So I'll get my twinkles, my Love from Lizzie twinkles out, and I'll get my pokey tool and add a little bit of my twinkles on here. These kind of make my eyes go fuzzy when I'm using them. But I do think they're a lovely embellishment. Kind of hard to put there.
I wonder if the ladies know just how good of a singer you are.
Who?
You. Do they know? They know how excellent a singer you are. and songwriter, as you make up your own words generally.
Oh my goodness. And this is why you go live when your partner is at work. So they don't embarrass you.
Come on, sing me a song.
I will not. I'm here crafting.
Oh, now she's telling me. Don't be telling me to go away.
Don't be embarrassing
I'm
me
getting
with my
secret hand
singing.
signals. Go away, she's saying.
I'm
Go
not
away.
singing.
She made a big mistake of letting me know she was going live. Now she's got to put up with it.
Oh my goodness. Mad Mike, right, let's make some mischief together. Oh my goodness, Michael, you're even in the comments now.
Oh, yeah.
There's to be no mischief.
Okay, I will go away. Unless the ladies want me to stay and annoy you. Let's see.
Yeah, let's see. Ladies, are you enjoying Mike harassing me, or should we send him off down to the sitting room? Put your comments in now, please. Where did that one? Now, I've lost. Oh, there it is. I was going to say I've lost a twinkle. Where did that go?
There, it's there. Look, it's
Oh,
hiding under there.
Yeah.
Look, you got me around.
I really need to go to Specsavers and get my eyes done.
Of course, I'll be there, Benita.
I will be live on Thursday, Mike. Hope you'll be there. He's always there, Benita. If I'm there, he's there. Yeah. Benita said, don't be embarrassing Simone.
I've been embarrassing Simone now for 30 odd years. It's a very hard thing to stop.
That's true. Yeah. Wouldn't have it any other way, babe. Okay, we're getting to the end of it. This is another part where, you know, when you're doing a video for YouTube, you can just fast forward through this bit. And I think I'll probably have a look afterwards and go, oh, I should have put a twinkle here and I should have put a twinkle there. But like I said, you can just add your accent glaze or your glossy accents or your Nouveau drops or whatever.
I really think people should put in like a song request for Simone.
No, we're nearly finished.
She's
now,
an
Mike.
excellent singer. I mean it. Maybe even get her to dance a little.
The joys. Okay. And there we are. And that is our card finished.
What?
Time to end.
I can see Janet any this minute is going to ask you for a song.
It's Jeanette.
Sorry.
Sorry, Jeanette.
Jeanette, my apologies. I'm as blind as I am silly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Come on, Sloan. Do some of your impersonations and everything.
I will not. It's not that type of live, Michael. So it isn't. Okay, so there we are. Let's clear off a little bit. Thank you for my tea, love. You may leave. So there we go. There is our lovely card that we've made on our live today. It's a wedding card. I've used double-sided gold cardstock. You should be able to find some online if you don't have any yourself. It's a large card. It'll fit in an A4 envelope, or you can go on the old internet or use your card makers to make an envelope to match. This is the one I made with Benita. It's for a crafty friend for her 65th. And then there's another one I made because, well, you know, when you have everything cut, you kind of decide, sure, I might as well make another one. So I have 2 birthdays and 1 wedding card, and I kind of hope I'm getting them all on screen. Let me have a look. Kind of good enough. So that's it, folks. I hope you have enjoyed my live today. I have absolutely enjoyed doing it with you all.
Including me.
Including you. Unfortunately,
what are you running away for?
It's time to go, Mike.
And we're going to get to the good stuff.
We're on. We're on what? Just over an hour and 20 minutes. People have things to do with the rest of their Sunday, love. What? So I can't get it all in because they are so big. I can't get them all on screen. So yeah, there we go. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed my card. Thank you very much. And it's a stunner, Simone. Thank you so much. Gorgeous cards, Katerina cards. Yeah. Brilliant cards. Thanks, Simone. Love the acetate. Thanks, Bryant. Forever. Thanks for a lovely live, Simone, including the banter. You're welcome, Anne. We need dinner here. Yeah.
Linda's only come in now.
Oh, Lynn. Lynn, you've
Hey.
just made it and we're leaving.
You missed it. Simone was singing and everything.
She did.
It was brilliant. Her impersonation of Bogart was top notch.
No, it wasn't. Anyway, Linda, that's the card I made this evening. That's the card I made with Benita. I think you were there for that card. And this is a card I made myself because I could, because I had all the pieces cut. So that's it, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the live. I look forward to going live again really soon. And yeah, hopefully next time I won't mess up with the OBS system.
And I'll be here earlier so you get much more of me, because I know that's what you really want. They're just here for me.
Everyone, give a thumbs up if you've enjoyed Mike's banter here with me. All right, I'm going to leave it there, folks. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time, take care, stay safe, and see you all in the next one.
Give us a kiss, you man thing.
Give over till I press the button. There we go.